If you're wondering on how to make small modifications to make a stay for your guests comfortable, then come along with me and keep watching this video. I'm first moving the bench inside to use it as a base to display some things. The first thing that happens whenever anyone comes home is that they ask for our Wi-Fi password. It's a mandatory thing nowadays. So instead of having to look for it in my phone settings and then sharing it with them, I decided to print out a subtle QR code that can be generated in the phone itself. Makes life easier for the guests, and whoever wishes can easily scan it to directly connect to the net. A quick trip to get some things printed, and I was ready to set up this corner with a cozy throw, flowers, and this Wi-Fi frame. I will save this frame and even keep it for when we have parties at home. And also some healthy homemade snacks for them to munch on. Since our room is small, we are making the most of this space. So did I mention already that my parents were going to be visiting and all these changes are being done for them? To begin with, it seemed like a good idea to make space for their stuff in the washroom, such as clearing out half the drawer to make room for their personal essentials, and also making space in the bathing section particularly for their needs. In my experience, any guests really appreciate this extra effort and comfort of having their items in a particular drawer and not scattered all over the bathroom sinks and counters. This is a trick I use whenever I have friends staying over, and it makes keeping the house in good shape much easier. Cleaning the counters while I'm at it.
널 만나기 전 난 일만 했지 workaholic lifestyle 매일 지루했지 난 쳇바퀴 위에서.
We are going to go out to buy some extra things, before which I decided to quickly make an interesting breakfast recipe with the dosa batter I had at home.
Cause you 그 누구보다 눈이 참 예뻐 Yeah you 그 누구보다 사랑스러워.
I also had one beetroot and a small amount of spinach left. So ultimately I chose to puree them and include them into the batter since I wanted to finish all these things. Creates a pleasant color, but whether or not the flavor changed is something I can't say for sure. A good breakfast for me is one that allows me to combine creativity and ease.
Know that I will cherish your memories. Oh, I used to see your colors, now it's gray. Till I met you at the concert the other day. The whole room lit up with warm, sunny rays.
For me, the ideal addition to these dishes is a straightforward tomato onion chutney.
And nothing's gonna make me look away.
Prepare in a kadhai by chopping roughly and cooking for some time. Flavors are enhanced when using fresh curry leaves. If you'd like, you can also sprinkle on some peanuts.
Real or pretend, however we
These colorful appes made a wonderful start to the day, and I thought, well, these can be a great idea to be served to our guests as well. What do you think? Our home is as tiny as it gets, so we have limited and minimal things. But now, with more members for a few days, it made sense to get extra plates, bowls, and glasses.
Feeling the taste of our fight last night. Breaking up, making a mess.
We quickly headed to Ikea to grab some basic essentials for the home. We're definitely going to have chai and long chatting sessions, which is what meeting family is all about, right? Since the smaller cups are ideal for tea and the larger mugs are better suited for coffee, I've even requested Mummy to bring some chai cups from India.
For this to be over.
When I got back, I just gave the dining room a little facelift.
And I'll be okay. Now that I've found the only way.
Preparing the dishwasher for the extra plates to be used in the following days.
I'll be okay. Moving on, seeing it all in a whole new light. Thinking of
I'll get other things done around the house while they're being cleaned by the dishwasher.
and now that you're gone, I'm thinking.
In addition, I decided to tidy up their nightstand or side tables. Of course, I also dusted and vacuumed, but I'm also going to be using a wire or cord organizer so they can charge their electronics like phones and watches without having to worry about the cords tripping over each other.
And I'll be okay. Now that I've found the only way to get myself home again, I'll be okay. I'll let you know I'll be alright.
The headboard tends to accumulate the most dust, and personally, I feel it's easy to catch allergies when moving to a new environment. So, cleaning this is the first thing that comes to mind when thinking of arranging the bedroom for anybody.
I'm biding my time. It's my time.
Even more so, I think it's the little things that make the biggest differences, such as properly folded and tied up curtains, which allow just the right amount of light in while still making the room feel cozy and inviting.
Now that I'm free from all the chains you've kept me in, I'll be okay. Now that I've found me.
Similarly, a tightly tucked bedsheet that is freshly washed will instantly lift up the vibe of the room.
I'll be okay. I'll let you know I'll be alright. Now that I've found the only way to get myself home again.
My mum prefers to have a rug by the side of the bed, but I realized it would be too dangerous without a grip liner underneath. After this, there'll be no longer any slipping chances. This, in my opinion, should make it more comfortable for her as well.
But I've been too caught up to see it bleeding. We can have it all.
Restacking the hot plates. Oh, the satisfaction of removing clean dishes from the dishwasher is unparalleled. We now have plenty of these. Despite the fact that we live in a cold nation, the weather has been unusually warm recently. As a result, the house is both dusty and hot. A quick vacuuming of the floor and installation of an additional fan will solve the problem. The sum of these seemingly insignificant adjustments, in my opinion, produces a pleasant result. However, there are a few details and extras I want to add, such as putting together a customized hamper. I'll wrap that up in the next video. I hope you enjoyed exploring these concepts. This is Home Gupshup signing off for now. See you all next week.